Hey, my name is Rob Downey. I'm one of the co-founders here at simplybefound.com, and we are going to go over today the top questions that we have been asked this week on chat, inside of our YouTube channels, inside of each of the pieces. We're just going to break them down, talk about each piece, and talk about what members and potential members are asking. So this is real business questions from business owners. We had our assistant go through and just break it all down and go through it. We're going to go question by question. So let's dive in and stop rambling on. All right. So one of the top questions was, what is local SEO and why is it important to my business? Well, your local SEO is a huge aspect. So you have voice search, you have AI search, you have, Google, Bing, you have Apple Maps, you have Bing Maps, you have Google Maps, you have all these GPS locations, you have all these different things that bring and make your entire marketing piece for your business. So if you are a local business, or even if you're a national business, you want to be able to build this up. What that's going to do is it's going to build your backlinks. It's going to give you credibility, because inside of the world of local SEO, you're trying to do three pillars. You're trying to build content, authority, and trust. That's going to bring you up. So if you look at it like, if you look at your marketing aspect as a tree, you're going to have down at that very bottom, you're going to have your root ball. That's going to be all of your listings. So when you use simplybefound.com, we're going to go out to 1,000 plus networks. That's what your listings are down there. That's going to make your root ball. You want to make that strong, so that way your tree trunk and everything can be very strong. So when you go through and you get a good nutrients down there and you start building all of that, you also have your branding. So this is your business name, this is your colors, this is what makes you you. And then you're going to have that come up into the side of the trunk. So those roots are going to come up inside of the trunk. That's going to be your website. Your website needs to have the proper schema on it, needs to have the right technical structure, needs to have the right keywords, needs to have all the right stuff. You need to be blogging on there and doing all that stuff, which is going to be up in your Canopy. But all those things make up your website. And if you're looking to go through and grow that, so down here in the organic spot, that's going to be your listings engine from Simply Be Found. Up here, that's going to be either having us design your website, or if you already have a website, use the AI SEO pixel to be able to really drive that home for being able to make sure that you're posting out there, keeping it up to date, and making sure you're optimizing that website. So AI SEO pixel is awesome for that. Then you have your tree up at the very top, which is your Canopy. This is going to be where you have blogs. This is going to be where you have Google Business Profile. Yes, I put that in its own category. We have Google Business Profile Boost that can help you be able to grow that and be able to automate your entire Google Business Profile strategy. So just like that AI SEO pixel, it's going to go to work for your business to be able to help you be able to grow. So as you're going through and doing that, that's going to be really the big spot that's really going to help your business be able to be found on Google, match what's on Google, and do all those things. Now, you also have social media, which we have the social media suite for, but you have all these things. You might have direct ads, you might have paid ads, you might have all that stuff. You have voice search. This is any way anybody's searching for you, and it's an entire ecosystem. Where most marketers fall behind is they don't connect those dots, and they don't connect everything together. So they just go through, they start putting stuff out randomly. They forget to do Facebook, they forget to do that. And we've been guilty of that on our side too, because as business owners, we get super focused on what we're doing, and then we forget and we drop balls along the way. Because all of us have balls up in the air and they're bouncing around like crazy, and it's all a matter of being able to bring those down. So that is local SEO. That whole entire ecosystem is there. You're going to have people trying to sell you. You're going to get scam calls for voice search. You're going to get scam calls for your Google Business Profile. You're going to get scam calls for being able to get on Apple Maps and all those different things. So watch out for those scam calls. You probably might get some actual legit companies also calling you. We personally don't call anybody on there, but when you're talking to anybody in the marketing world, they're going to try to be able to say, hey, you're not registered on voice search. Your Google Business Profile isn't optimized. They're going to tell you things like that to try to be able to sell you local SEO. But remember, at the end of the day, it's all part of one big, huge ecosystem. And if you're not doing all of it, and that's why we work with 1,000 plus networks, is you have to be able to make sure you're doing everything. So that way you're found everywhere somebody is searching, because it's an everywhere type of market. I mean, you got people using ChatGPT's voice option as an assistant. It's making decisions. It's finding out who that baker that should go to, what roofer they should use, what plumber they should use, what painter they should use, how they should decorate. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff happening in that world. So make sure that you're being found in that way. The other piece is, for the next question is, how do I get my business to show up in Google's local pack, the map section of Google? The best way of doing that is going to be your Google business profile, optimizing it for every step of the way. We'll link over to Dean and I's video about how to optimize your entire Google business profile. Him and I just did that. I think it was like 6 months ago that we did it, but we'll make sure to link to it up there for you to optimize it on your own. This is also a great spot for you to be able to put the Google Business Profile Boost. The Google Business Profile Boost is going to be sure that it's going to use a combination of AI and also it's going to use your marketing coach from us or our data science team to be able to work with that AI to be able to make sure it's producing the right thing. So it's going to do all of your updates. It's going to do your questions and answers. It's going to optimize your description, your whole entire profile, and it focuses just on Google. And the reason why we don't do that on the listings engine is because we want to optimize it on all these other networks and not have to be restricted to Google's policies. So we have a specific program for Google Business Profile, and that is going to be the Google Business Profile Boost. I have seen people say they're getting 250% increases in phone calls and actual leads from their Google business profile from it. And some don't get that. So I never want to say, hey, you're going to get that inside of your business. Every single business is unique when it comes to that. So that's really kind of one of those big pieces. The other question that comes up all the time is, what is a Google business profile and how do I optimize it? Same stuff I just talked about inside of there. So I'm not going to rehash the Google business profile boost. How long does it take to see local SEO results? Depends on what approach you go through and do. So let's talk about this real quick. So you have your local SEO. If you're going through and you're using our programs, the listings engine, if you're just using it, that is going to take anywhere between, I've had people say they get results in 7 days. I've had it take 90, sometimes a little bit more than that to be able to get some people the results. Depends on how much stuff is messed up along the way and what needs to be fixed. The organic side, it's going through and it's working every single month or every single day. It's blasting out and it's trying to be able to fix all those and get everything done behind the scenes. So that one's going to be a little bit of a longer process. Google Business Profile Boost, I've seen people get results in 7 to 30 days on that one. AI SEO Pixel, I've seen people get results in anywhere from 3 days all the way to 30 days, depending on where you're starting with, how much content you have, and what kind of business you are. So, I mean, it's kind of in that 90-day range where you're going to get it. The more stuff you're doing, the more you're filling your tree, your canopy at the very top, the better off you're going to be able to grow your business and get found by using local SEO and being able to dominate your local market. That's a huge piece. How important are reviews and how do we get more of them? We don't really do a lot for reviews as a company. We will help you be able to respond to reviews by giving you suggestions if you ask us. We're very much an on-demand company. So if you have a question about marketing, you need help, or you're seeing something not work, you need to contact us and say, hey, we're not seeing this. What do you think? What do you think of this? Utilize us as that resource, and reviews is that same piece. You can go through and make a review, a whole entire list of all the places that can review. You can put that on your website. There's lots of options depending on what your marketing cycle is. Contact us. Let us know, hey, I'd like to be able to explore this without having to buy software. I want to be in control over this. Now, if you are a big company and you are wanting to be able to do reviews, we do have ways to be able to put that in place to be able to bring more reviews in. But if you're a local business, you don't need to pay for reputation management software, in my opinion. What are local citations? That's you. And how do they impact my visibility? This is going to go right back into that listings engine and being able to get all the directories and all of that. Those are all citations inside of there. Do I need local keywords and how do I find them? Yes, you need local keywords. You can do that inside of your listings engine. We can pull a list of all the keywords that are inside of your website. We can do that as your marketing coach if you have that part of your plan. So we can help you explore what your keywords should be, what people are searching for. If you're using the AI SEO pixel, we're going to be able to track kind of where you're at for each of those keywords and look and see, okay, are you moving up? Are you moving down? What are you doing inside of that world? And that's where it really ties into even getting to those national brands. How does my website fit into local SEO? And do I need a separate page for each service area? Yes. Local SEO very much ties into your website. 5 years ago, I said websites were dying, just need to have the basics. Now it's coming back in, especially the AI search and the AI search mode and everything that's coming out for that. So you got to make sure you're putting all those pieces together, making sure that your website is properly done. Make sure you have service area business or city pages for each of the cities that you work with. Make sure each of your services have their own page, have internal linking building, have all those pieces. Now, AI SEO Pixel will actually go through, it'll do your internal linking, it'll fix all the technical stuff. You just have to make sure the content is there and that it looks good on the website, and it'll help optimize that to be able to take it to that next level. But you have to have the local schema on there. You want to make sure you have the local business schema. You want to make sure that you have each of those things. So your business hours, everything, as a great way for everything to match and come together. Does social media help with local SEO? Yeah, especially AI. AI comes out and voice search. They're constantly scraping. They're looking for consistency. They're looking for those pieces to come in and being able to make sure that your business is getting found by those. So make sure that you are doing social media at least 1 to 3 times per week and making sure you're putting something out there as a local business. If you're a national business, you probably want to be posting at least once per day. So if you have any questions about any of this and any of those pieces, this is the top questions that we've been asked over the last week. I want to hear your questions as well. Leave them in the comments below. Send us a message, chat with us, come check us out. Simplybefound.com. My name's Rob. Been doing this for over 30 plus years for myself personally, and Simply Be Found has been doing it for 5 years. So if you have any questions, hit us up. We'd love to be able to help you and take you to the next level. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.